Hi guys, it's me again. Yes, I've changed my YouTube name to Viking name. I feel like that would be more fitting because there are a lot of people that have the name Reaper, or Moon, or Chaos, or some sort of mix of the out of the three names together, and or close relations to said names like Grim or Death. So I changed it to something that would probably be more likely not used. I think I might turn that down a bit. Yes, I'll be explaining that later because I want to say a few things first. I would like to make sure that we're all socially aware, emotionally and mentally, because I have seen on multiple platforms where people have gone through so many different friends or different amount of reasons, different type of fights, and it seems like it's nothing but like a bunch of misunderstandings, a lot of miscommunications, a lot of not being thorough and not taking other people's mental or emotional health at any sort of care or awareness to them. And that also affects each person and could cause different things to happen even if they don't mean it to. Due process of said action and effect, cause and effect. And sometimes actions can speak louder than words. But there are people that can make words speak louder than the actions. And I just really want to put that into perspective of how it was for me. That's why I have that ready over there. It's to help explain my story for what I want to make this video and to help make people more aware. Because with people, you never know what situation they're in. Everybody's different. Everybody lives differently. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody was brought up differently. So therefore, people may take things very, very differently. And because of that, people aren't always aware or self-aware of how to go with things, and they just blur things out. And that is not how you do that. You need to always know how that said person is feeling, what they are through. Like, if they tell you they have certain medical conditions and they are diagnosed with it, then you need to take that into consideration before talking with them. Because you don't know if they're actually taking their meds for it or not. Because you never know the situation. So, let's all be self-aware, please. And hopefully things of this caliber doesn't happen to you, or if you have stories similar or even worse, please share. Let me know. Put it in the comments and we can talk it out, maybe, if you want to be friends and get close enough to. They'll let you know that this happened here in this game, this issue that has arose. I know it's been like a few months, but it seems like a lot of people still want to bring it up around me when I'm trying to move on and push forward. It seems a lot of the other ones aren't letting it go. So I just want to share my side of it, at least, and share my perspective and the way that I was brought up as a human being. And honestly, I would like your opinions too, I guess. Because if people are just going to always push it into my face, then I'd rather be able to work through it than to try to push it away and move on if it's gonna be kept, being brought up. So, reminder, self-awareness. This is the Cheech moment, a thing that had happened, and hopefully you guys can be also self-aware of what's going around with your friends. To also let you know, this also took place on other platforms because of blocking instead of talking. And then it went from talking to not letting me speak to then full blocking. So let's get into it and we'll get into this drawing. Okay. Each letter here represents a person. This means married. That means these two are married. Those two are married. This F means friends. So they are friends of the online world. Out of people that I know. I don't know if this person is friends with them also on the online world, but I'm going to guess that they are. And at that time, this said person was not part of the game. Concurrently now today, they are. They got a headset and they're playing. This is me, and this is the other people in the friend group who were forced to unfriend me and block me by those two. Most likely her doing. Yes, it's a her. She's also female. She's also female. This is male. That is male. I'm not saying names, but I am doing abbreviations of their names. Just so that the drama doesn't reappear up again. But if they do end up watching my YouTube or find it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna know that it is about them. And so what? The past is the past, and this is just an example. So, these people I was friends with first, I'm pretty sure, before she came along. But, this person, the only damage they had caused was putting words into my mouth. You, straight up put words into my mouth I have never said. She wanted my side of the story when the whole fight broke out, but she didn't come to me. She came to two people that were with me and asked them instead of me. If you want a person's side of the story, you go straight to them and talk to them, not to other people around them. Sorry for that voice breakage. Because to me, this is still kind of traumatizing. And to explain, I have ADHD, I have autism, I have depression, anxiety, PTSD, OCD, probably other things that I could have been tested for but never did, so I'm not fully sure of. I am medicated, but I haven't been able to get my meds for a while due to other medical reasonings and for the fact that I don't have a car. I crashed it, so I've been kind of off of them. And this said person's, this woman here, didn't care about any mental illnesses. She doesn't believe in them. She didn't care whatsoever. Because they even tried to stop her from before she made things worse. And she didn't want to listen. This one was the one that kept yelling and yelling and yelling, not letting me say sorry or explain myself at all. And she's the main trauma perspective. This man here promised me that he would always be around, that we would always be able to talk things out, no matter what it was, and we would still be good friends. He broke all of those promises, left, never once talked to me, and he had every which way to reach out to me. I mean, all socials, even my number. He had every which way to reach out to me. There was no excuse. Never did. This is me because I was new to the group, and I withheld this information without asking about it for the longest time, until I met someone else, who I'm not putting up here because they're just not worth it. They're the ones that really, I can't find a nice word for it, so I'm just gonna say it. Fucked everything up. But, how it concurred was that these two have been friends for a long time before I came around, and they said that they're married. No contacts, no nothing, didn't say to whom or what, but when they said it together, and then just the pure behavior they gave off, I linked them together. I thought they were the ones married because of their behaviors towards each other, the way that they acted, and everything else. It was like boyfriend-girlfriend material type thing. But then he cleared things up and said that he was married to her and that she was married to him. So that's when I thought, ooh, red flag, cheating. You know, that's the first thing that will come up to your mind when you hear something like that. And so I just withdraw that information. I just like, okay, whatever, maybe they're just joking around or whatever. But there was times where they were together that it was a little much than just joking around. That was way too far. Like, I mean, there's certain things you should not do with just friends. Like, there's things that go way too far. And that's just my morals, I guess. Because I feel like you shouldn't be teasing around of wanting to do something with someone else, or being like right on top of them all the damn time almost. So that's why there was a whole fight that broke out. But the thing that gets me angry wasn't just the fact that she fought with me over it and not want to actually talk it out nicely. It was because we had underage friends. Now, mind you, they weren't severely underage, but at least a little bit under the 18 gap, or at least right at 18. These guys are in their 20s like I am. Besides her, I believe she's also within the 18 or below 18 gap. And what they did was make all of them part of the problem. Like, told them shit or lies, I don't know. But they got them to unadd me and block me as well. Which I feel like that was kind of childish. And not right. For someone that is of the lower age, they should not have been brought into it. It should have stayed to us adults. So after they have done all that, this one, he reached out to me on my TikTok, and we have talked. And he actually agreed with me, because I did make a post before about it. Like, I had all the evidence and everything else. Like, everything has a recording system. Even games have a recording system. Everything has data. If there's data, there's a way to grab it and see it. rather to see or to hear it. And that's what I told him too, because he wanted to start denying it and saying that it was a lie when it wasn't a lie. And because of that, that's when it clicked even more with me that, that didn't seem right. And then he disappeared for a whole week and a half, I do believe. And then came back and saying sorry that we didn't inform you, it was a lot of miscommunication and information, but we're actually all in a poly relationship. Now, I feel like that was a big lie, especially if it took you a week and a half, or maybe even a bit more, just to get back to me to say that. And but not only that, but he has falsely promised me that he would at least maybe get these two to be friends with me again, whether or not if the others wanted to or not. So I wouldn't be alone. But that was another lie. So there you guys have it. Misinformation, miscommunication, and practically being caught. And then lying again. So let's be all a bit more self-aware, more seeing, and less ignoring. We need to have some more self-socialness, more self-awareness, and definitely watch out who you're friends with and ask yourself, do you actually truly know them? Do you actually truly know this person for who they are, or for whom they are? And hopefully nothing like that has ever happened to you. I also want to stress out that this said person's in their bio says that they don't like drama and they like to keep out of it. But yet, every time that I have ever been around them, it's been nothing but drama. Something about this or something about that. And it seems like they, in quote, hate it, but like, they're always in it. That is my story of what happened. It's been a few months now, and I thought that, we all pushed past it and everything is gonna be fine. But apparently, people have to keep bringing it up over and over and over. And I'm getting so sick and tired of it because it's making me so self-cautious and makes me feel like I can't go anywhere publicly in here. Especially places that they have been, if they do go in public instances. And I have finally refriended one person that is separate from that group. They also have separate groups for themselves too. Like, she'll have her own little friend group. He has his friend group, and they sometimes combine. And then there's another person that we're all friends with, and they have their own friend group. Not mine, or that. But like, so sometimes we all interconnect and talk or hang out with each other. Sometimes it's just that group or just that one. But the other group that I've potentially put down here, I'm friends with them again. They also don't like drama at all. They keep out of it. They stay neutral. And they actually understood me because before I disappeared or made my big disappearance, because I needed time for myself due to the way things were handled, he understood that. He understood that I needed to take time away, and he respected me. And I just got friends with them again, and they've been so nice about it. They haven't brought it up. They haven't said much of anything, which was really nice. But it would have been nice to have known that if they were still friends with the others, because I really want to be able to support them and their group that they're doing. It's a very nice community, but that makes it harder for me if they end up coming in to the instance. It just makes things very awkward. But not only that, but since they have known me for a good while, they'll most likely recognize my voice. So now I can't even speak when I want to speak or have a conversation with them. So that's my new problem now. But I'm sure things will eventually subside to a point where I would be able to speak, hopefully, and things won't blow up and be like, how dare you be friends with this person, or why are you still friends with her, type thing. And we would be able to move on and just coexist. That's what I'm hoping for, is that at some point everybody can somehow coexist. And I really don't know where everybody stands from that, because I heard from some people that there was a big impact and certain people don't hang out no more, or certain people do, but not with certain others, and so forth. But yeah, um, I know that I am pretty late in the self-awareness month, but I still feel like that people should be more self-aware and um, I don't know, be safe. Definitely be safe out there. Um, Different type of situations that I went through was that people lied about their ages, lied in front of my face, because the person was still in the same instance as me, and straight up said another thing to another person when I was like right there. So, yeah, definitely be aware of who you're hanging out with or who you put yourself around. Really think about, is it really worth to stay with these people after the way they have treated you? And so forth. Now, to recap, I guess. Would I still want to be friends with any of them? Sure. But not the person who caused the trauma towards me, of course. Because apparently they still have a very bad, strong attitude, and it's just not a good person to vibe with at all. Because I can tell you this, the time that I went into the group with a friend, and my friend was making sure they stayed away from me and was talking with them, they were straight up still rude. Like, they were really rude to my friend. Like, straight up was bad. And they actually kicked them out just for trying to poke a little fun. And to me, I feel like if you didn't want someone to poke fun at you for something, then you shouldn't in instuate it. I can't even say the word right, but I think you guys will understand what word I'm trying to say. And make the person want to. You know, it's really that simple. But yeah, hope you guys don't mind this video too much for it being nothing but talking. Had a little bit of music in the back, but wasn't that long. But yeah, definitely be self-aware and definitely make sure you're respecting other people's and their boundaries. Make sure that you know if they have a mental illness that you're not going to harm them using that against them. Because things can come out of hand and things can be said or done that you will regret because it won't help. No, I definitely have tried saying sorry multiple times to them, even in different languages, because I knew they spoke in them, which was a little hard for me because I had to do research and look it up to do it. But I got it done and had done it, and they just weren't accepting. And the thing is, though, with this group, the others or themselves have done probably 5 or 10 times worse than what I did due to age gaps and everything else in between, and gave everybody else second chances, but they never gave me a second chance. So I feel like that type of action also further proves my point for what that letter represents that I have told you beforehand. So, yeah. And like I have said before, actions can speak louder than words. And everything that I have seen them do and how they have acted definitely proves my point. If you want their side of the story, you can DM me. I'll tell you who they are. I'll say names. And you can ask them yourself. But you gotta promise me that you keep me out of it. I don't want shit to happen again. I was just trying to make a self-awareness video and explain my side of things. So, this is where I will end my video, guys. So, I'm not talking off your mirror, keep dragging it on. So,